the link between the Labour and the BBC is this. They both act in very similar ways, right? Which is, I think they're both so afraid, as non-populist forces often are, of exercising power. They're afraid of their own shadows. And populist forces are not. They're so scared to exercise any power, and they always have to be the kind of good guys defending the institutions and whatever. And that matters, and I admire it in a sense. But there have been real concerns raised and aired over the last couple of days, which should concern a Labour government. And they shouldn't be afraid to actually make their presence and their power felt a little bit. Who are the people in the frame, right? In the frame that everyone's talking about who might be the next DG? They're all basically people on the right, or the people that Farage would like, or GB News would like. We've got a Labour government with majority of over 160. And this again shows how so often right now Labour are in office, but they feel like they're not in power because so often they're not willing to exercise that power, even just threaten to exercise that power. And the BBC is a bit like that as well. That's why I say they should accept and indeed relish a Trump lawsuit, because it would show to the world, because think about all those US media companies which have cowed and bowed and scraped to Trump. It would show to the world, but also to license fee payers in the UK, that doesn't matter how powerful somebody is, whether it's the President of the United States, if we get a mistake wrong, we'll say so. But the fundamentals of truth and journalism, we will defend. And it would be a statement, and it would be gutsy, and it would be the sort of thing a populist force would do in the other direction. And for all of those reasons, it's almost certain why the BBC won't do it.
The New Statesman.